this week 9 of the 8.
Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in week 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So following the return, looks like up. Trainers have to determine how severe this may be. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 3 now. They go right back to Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
On the counter, Hall. And he's brought down for a loss. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bears is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's Hall once more. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. McBride hauls it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He has it at the 13. He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Hits him on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They start the drive with Hall. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. They go play action here. That pass is complete to McBride. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, here comes Hall. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Hall running between the tackles. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This is Hall. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
This time it's a passing play. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
2nd and 10 now. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now looking to throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting 2nd right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The rookie from Florida in on that stop. 2nd and 3 now. Back to the well again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Williams from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get 6 and a first down as well. Markers reset, ball at the 37. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Seattle after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bears first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Working from the gun, Williams. Short pass brought in. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. First down, Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal, it's an option to the left. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears take a 2nd quarter lead. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears take a 4-point lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They go play action on 1st. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That's a pickup of 9. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to him. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 39-yard line.
Here's Hall. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Seahawks will try to kick as they send the field goal unit onto the field. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that run stop for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Williams. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And he makes the Heffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks push their lead to 6. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Handoff now out of the gun. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That one gains 7. And that's a Chicago 1st down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Bears pushing for a late spark before halftime. Williams to throw on 1st. He completes it in traffic. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. To throw, Williams. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st down throw by Williams. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Has the connection to Adunze. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 21. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the pistol, Williams. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears tie it just before halftime. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears take the lead on that successful kick. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing it just before halftime. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. We've reached halftime from Seattle. It's the Seahawks leading in front of the home crowd. Now from the extreme northwest to the extreme southeast, we're going to head down to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with our buddy, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas. And they've gone to the half with the Raiders out in front. The Raiders trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Tajay Spears, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Ravens. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chicago offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Williams to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
Third and just 2 to go. Now Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and short. They'll bring out the punter here. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Seahawks and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. They start the half with a give to Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Connecting on the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing off the play fake here. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From midfield now. Throw reeled in by Whittington. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here he goes on the bootleg. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
3rd down give to Hall. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Hall once more. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Dropping back to throw. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Bears about set for their next possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Working from the gun, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Trying again, following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Odunze's got it, right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down. Williams from the gun. Completed to his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Able to get it to Moore. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Option design here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Three-quarters in the books from this one. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Here's Riley Patterson. A lot riding on this field goal try. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. Got all of it, and this is good. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Seahawks and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he just keeps on catching passes here in the second half. It seems like we're going to remember his work there from this game more than what he's done from the backfield. They'll start this one out with Hall. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Alert.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Throwing now, off play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To throw here on first down. That one complete to Whittington. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
From the 37. Throw right side, and McBride has it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Seattle Seahawks.
Still sticking with the passing game. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. A toss right side to Hall. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Out of the pistol, Williams. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Bears' 33-yard line.
They go right back to Hall. Room to run inside the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks push the lead to 2 scores now. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Ooh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick 6, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another 2 added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline to get out there to defend the 2-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway. And trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense, too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup.
That's more on the quick slant. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Working quickly here. And a man is there to knock that away. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now here's Williams. He's on the move. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down. Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd down. Here's Williams. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. 4th and forever coming up. First throw for the backup now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
The Seahawks back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hall takes it straight ahead. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. They'll try and throw it here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. They'll send out the punting unit. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Has the connection to Odunze. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. To throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks get it as he makes his third interception in this game. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Wide open, downfield, got it! And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Timeout Chicago, it uses its 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the 1st. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking for a throw here. Hauled in left side. And he's going to step out with no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Here's a throw. Throw caught at the 6. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Roma Dunze touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so... So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth. And they want to take one more look. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field. So that play's going to remain a touchdown. They'll try it on the ground. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Seahawks in a victory formation as they take a knee. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. Lining up to take a knee on second down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the Seahawks. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off.